The following program is paid for by the friends and partners of Joyce Meyer Ministries.
The 30-30 Challenge. Study the Bible for 30 minutes a day for 30 days and see how your life changes. Sign up now at joycemeyer.org/3030challenge for encouragement and how-to tips.
Welcome to Enjoying Everyday Life with New York Times bestselling author Joyce Meyer. On today's program, Joyce will be teaching from her series, Battle Strategies for a Victorious Life. Do you feel like you're struggling through life and barely making it? It's easy to feel that way when life hits us hard or difficult challenges come our way. Our enemy, Satan, doesn't want us to enjoy life to the fullest. His mission is to steal, kill, and destroy. However, as Christians, we know that God has already defeated Satan, and we can live a victorious life. God is on our side. Now here's Joyce with today's series, Battle Strategies for a Victorious Life.
This morning I want to start off by talking to you about 7 ways that the devil deceives people. Because you have to understand that the devil is a liar. He's the father of lies. He doesn't know how to do anything but lie. And deception means to believe a lie. So if we were to say a person is deceived, that means that they're believing something that's not true, but it has actually become their reality because they believe it. Do you realize that whatever you believe becomes your reality, even if it's not true at all? You can believe that somebody doesn't like you, and you go through all the same torment that you would if somebody really didn't like you. And maybe the person has never had one bad thought about you in their life. Maybe they haven't even thought about you at all. See? Sometimes we think everybody's thinking about us all the time, what we're doing and what we're wearing. You know, a lot of times you're the last thing on their mind. And so let me just pose this to you today for you to take home and think about. How many lies do you believe? I would venture to say that there's not one of us here in this room, myself included, who doesn't still believe something that's not true. Now, will you just kind of tuck that away, take it home with you? And when you have your time with God, start asking God to reveal to you lies that you believe. Because every lie that you believe represents something the devil is stealing from you that God wants you to have. And you know, we all have a little different bent to our ministry, those of us that are called into ministry. And besides seeing people saved and helping hurting people all over the world, I really, really, really want to see people, I want Christians to be spiritually mature, not stay babies their whole life. And I really want to see people have what Jesus died for them to have. There's nothing sadder than a Christian with no victory. We need the victory to make other people hungry and thirsty for what we have. And the victory doesn't mean necessarily you have no problems. It's more about, do you let the problem have you? So, we have to know our enemy. 1 Peter 5:8 says, be alert and of sober mind. See, the mind is so important. Think about what you're thinking about. The next time you get depressed, take a moment and think about what you're thinking about. Or the next time the devil invites you to a pity party and you're sitting around feeling sorry for yourself, just ask yourself now, what have I been thinking about? Well, you've been thinking about what you don't have, what people don't do for you, what you're not, and you can turn that around by simply thinking the way that God thinks. And the way he thinks is written in this book. This is your go-to. See? The more you know about this, I am so grateful for what I know. And I'm 43 years into this, so naturally, I know quite a bit by now. but I got it the same way you'll get it, one day at a time, 1 year at a time, refusing to give up. Just think 5 years from now what you'll know that you don't know now. And the devil doesn't want you to know anything. He'll do everything he can to keep you from having any knowledge. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Okay, say right now, it's not going to be me. Now, I'm going to tell you how hard it is to keep in mind what I'm reminding all of us of today, which is that the devil's our real enemy. Now, they tell me that there are sectors of people rising up now who say the devil's not a real entity and there is no hell. Well, I guess they're not reading the same Bible I'm reading, because I don't know what we're going to do with all the scriptures about the devil and all the scriptures about hell if, they're not real. But people can live lives where they're totally deceived because they make up something that's the way they want it to be. Well, I would like to think there's no devil, but there is. And so therefore, I have to pay attention to the Bible and figure out what I can do about it. And so here I study all this time to write this book, and this is not the first time I've taught on spiritual warfare. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 some odd years in different ways. It is the first big book that I've written on this. We had a little book before. But so I did all this study to write the book. I wrote the book. I read the book. I sent it to an editor. They edited it. They sent it back. I read the book. And just in the last couple of weeks, we just having all kinds of weird stuff happen with the house. Our house is leaking in 6 different places. How does your house start to leak in 6 different places? I mean, it's coming in the windows. It's like, and then, I mean, we've had everything from people come out and look at it and say, I don't have a clue what's wrong, to people who tell us what's wrong, but then we can't get anybody to come and fix what's wrong because there actually, for the first time and maybe forever, there's more jobs in America than workers. Well, that's good news. So, long story, what they want to have done to our windows is not a big money maker for people, and so nobody wants to come do it. So that's like, and then we have an elliptical bike, and there was something not right on it, so we had a guy that was coming out to fix that, and he didn't show up. So we called him. Oh man, I totally forgot. Well, do you realize that this is the 3rd time that you have totally forgot? And he said, you know what? I never do this. There is something weird about your house. And he's an unbeliever, and he knows something is goofy here, but he doesn't know what it is. Well, and I'm like, you're getting frustrated, you're getting aggravated at all these people, and then all of a sudden I thought, oh, yes, I just released a book on spiritual warfare.